So 5, the creative impetus. Chapter 5, Lord Rishabdev's teachings, verse number 7. यदा न पश्यत्यात् यदा न पश्यति यथा गुणेहाम् स्वार्थे प्रमत्थ सहसा विपश्चेत् गत स्मृतिर्विन्दति तरतापाः आसाद्य मैथुन्यम् अगारम् अज्ञ यदा न पश्यति यथा गुणेः स्वार्थे प्रमत्त सहसा विपश्चित् गत स्मृतिर्विन्दति तत्प्रतापा आसाद्य मैथुन्यमगारमज्ञ यदा न पश्यति यथा गुणेः स्वार्थे प्रमत्त सहसा विपश्चित् गत स्मृतिर्विन्दति तत्प्रतापा आसाद्य मैथुन्यमगारमज्ञ यदा न पश्यति यथा गुणेहम् स्वाते प्रमत्थ सहसा विपश्चित् गता स्मृतिर्विन्दति तत्र तापाम् साध्य मैथुन्यमगारमन्य यदा न पश्यति यथा गुणेहाम् स्वार्थे प्रमत्त सहसा विपश्चित् गस्मृतिर्विन्दति तत्र तापान् आसाद्य मैथुन्यमगारमज्ञ यदा न पश्यति यथा गुणेहाम् प्रमत्ते सहसा विपश्चित् गत स्मृतिर्विन्दति तत्र तापान् आसाद्य मैथुन्यमगारमज्ञ यदा न पश्यति यथा गुणेहाम् स्वाते प्रमत्थ सहसा विपश्चित् गता स्मृतिर्विन्दति तत्र तापान् आसाद्य मैथुन्यमगारमज्ञ यदा when न not पश्यति sees अयथा unnecessary गुणायाम endeavor to satisfy the senses स्व अर्थे in self interest प्रमत्त mad सहसा very soon vipaschit even one advance in knowledge gata smriti being forgetful vindati gets tatra there tapan material misery asadya getting maithunyam based on sexual intercourse. Agaram, a home. Agya, being foolish. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Even though one may be very learned and wise, he is mad if he does not understand that the endeavor for sense gratification is a useless waste of time. Being forgetful of his own interest, he tries to be happy in the material world, centering his interest around his home, which is based on sexual intercourse and which brings him all kinds of material miseries. In this way, one is no better than a foolish animal. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the lowest stage of devotional life, one is not an unalloyed devotee. Anya abhilashita shunyam Gyan karmadi anavritam. To be an unalloyed devotee, one must be freed from all material desires and untouched by fruitive activity and speculative knowledge. On the lower platform, one may sometimes be interested in philosophical speculation with a tinge of devotion. However, at that stage, one is still interested in sense gratification and is contaminated by the modes of material nature. The influence of Maya is so strong that even a person advanced in knowledge actually forgets that he is Krishna's eternal servant. Therefore, he remains satisfied in his householder life, which is centered around sexual intercourse. Conceding to a life of sex, he agrees to suffer all kinds of material miseries. Due to ignorance, one is thus bound by the chain of material laws. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकय चक्षु उन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So we continue to discuss the teachings, the instructions of Lord Rishabdev to all his sons. In yesterday's verse, we discuss how when a person is ignorance, person has no knowledge of his own self as well as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then he continues to perform his fruitive activities and continues to get entangled in the karma bandhan, in the fruits of karma, and that paves the path for continued material existence, cycle of birth and death. In today's verse, Lord Rishabdev is emphasizing that even if somebody has knowledge, somebody is learned, somebody is wise, still if he is engaged in sense gratification, he is wasting his time. He will get the same result as a person who is in ignorance doing sense gratification. Which means just knowledge is not the solution. We referred uh, to the previous verses where Lord Rishabdev is talking about Gyan and Vairagya, knowledge and detachment. Knowledge and detachment are very popular concepts in for those who are on spiritual path. That knowledge should be there, what we read from the books, and detachment should be there. We should not be interested in sense objects. But more than that, bhakti should be there. We should have loving service for Krishna. Then we are on proper path. In Nectar of Devotion, Rupa Goswami explains that knowledge and detachment automatically come from bhakti. If somebody is doing devotional service, he will get knowledge and he will get detached to material sense gratification. But Gyan and Vairagya, knowledge and detachment don't give rise to bhakti. It is not that knowledge will give us bhakti or renunciation will give us bhakti. Bhakti is obtained by a bhakta, from a bhakta. I can get bhakti from one who has bhakti. I can become Krishna conscious by associating with a person who is Krishna conscious. So bhakti is not obtained by gathering knowledge, and bhakti is not obtained just by renunciation. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing in the courtyard of Srivas Pandit, every night they would have private kirtans and they would all chant and dance behind closed doors. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, Advait Acharya, Srivas Pandit, Ramay Pandit, and Haridas Thakur, and Mukund Sanjay, Murari Gupta, Sridhar, they all would be chanting and dancing whole night. So there was a Brahmana who was very knowledgeable and he was celibate and he was very austere. He would hardly eat. He would survive only on milk. So he approached Srivas Pandit and he said, I want to see the dance of Mahaprabhu, Shabbat. Srivas Pandit said, no, he doesn't allow. It's a private program. He said, look, I am celibate from childhood. I have read the scripture and I am so renounced. I only take milk. I don't take grains. Please allow me. Srivas Pandit said no, but he again and again requested. So Srivas Pandit thought he is a celibate brahmachari, only surviving on milk. He is so pure. Maybe it's okay. He is not a sinful person. So he told him, look, you come before everybody comes and hide behind the curtain. And they will dance. You see the dance, but don't come out in between. After everybody leaves, then you leave in the morning. He said, okay, that will work. And that night, he was hiding behind the curtain. And Mahaprabhu was dancing with others. In between dance, after 2-3 hours, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped the kid. He said, Srivas, I am not feeling usual ecstasy today. Maybe there is somebody among us who should not be here. Now Srivas can't hide it anymore. Then he said, Mahaprabhu, there is one brahmachari here. He only survives by drinking milk. He is so knowledgeable. And I allowed him. He is such a pure person. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke strongly. He said, where is he? Then he brought him from the curtain behind. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got displeased. And he got angry. And he said, do you think you can purchase me just by drinking milk? Get out from here. And he had to leave. But while leaving, he was thinking, anyway, I saw the dance. And he thought, I got blessed because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chastised. He developed humility, that I was proud of my renunciation. When he developed humility, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to give him mercy. He called him again and kept his feet on his head and said, the only way to attain Krishna is pure devotional service, not by just drinking milk and austerities. One should not be proud of one's achievements in spiritual life. So only by bhakti one can uh, gain Krishna, one can attain Krishna. Somebody who may be starting his bhakti but mostly interested in knowledge, he is learned, he is wise, he has read books, but not yet got taste in chanting and hearing or doing service, then he may fall into sense gratification. And he may think, by doing this sense gratification, I will gain happiness. Because he has no taste in chanting and hearing, because he has not yet started getting happiness from chanting, and he wants happiness from somewhere, so he starts finding happiness in sense objects. The jiva, the soul, is by nature happy, Sat Chit Anand. So we look for happiness. Somebody finds happiness in eating, so they eat. Somebody finds happiness in drinking, so they drink. Somebody finds happiness watching a movie. Somebody finds happiness shopping. Somebody finds happiness playing football. Somebody finds happiness taking a walk. Somebody finds happiness making a partner. So whatever they find happiness, they gather. But that is never giving satisfaction because that is not real happiness. The happiness in the material world is imaginary. It doesn't exist as a tangible object or as a tangible something which we can procure. Happiness is just our imagination. So we'll never be satisfied. Just like somebody eats sweets. Which sweet is popular here? Any? Sorry? Chocolate. Somebody eats chocolate and he feels happy. But that's not a good example for devotees, right? Peda. Peda, you know, milk sweet or rasgulla. Somebody eats peda and he feels happy. So from where does that happiness come? Anybody knows the ingredient of peda? What does it contain? Milk, sugar, flour, fire, ghee, right? So when you make peda or any such sweet, you put the ingredients, milk, ghee, sugar. Do you put happiness also in it? No. The ingredient of chocolate, does it contain happiness? No. The cake, does the ingredient also has the in the list of ingredient, do you have happiness? No. So happiness is not in that object, right? But as soon as you touch the object on the tongue, you feel happy. From where is this happiness coming? It is not in that object, but we are experiencing it when that object comes in contact with our sense. So happiness is not tangible, it is our imagination. What is happening is we have lots of desires in our mind. And in the list of desire, one of the desire is eat peda. So when the peda touches my tongue, the desire gets fulfilled. If you have a list of 10 items to do in the day, and one item is done, and you tick mark, you feel happy. Even if doing that item has no happiness, it is a boring thing or something which we hate to do. And sometimes you hate to shave. But it's done. So you feel happy. Why you feel happy? Because the task is happyful, joyful? No. Because tick mark, one task done. In the same way, in the list of desires, there is one desire, eat chocolate or eat peda. And when peda comes on my tongue, tick mark, one item ticked, I feel happy. But the list is dynamic. As soon as you tick mark, a new entry comes. Eat one more peda. So eat one more. Again tick mark. Again you are happy. Again new entry comes. Eat third peda. Again one more you eat. Again you tick. Again happy. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. You eat. After that you don't want to eat anymore. So after 10th tick mark, there is no new entry. Eat 11th peda. Now, if your friend takes a peda and puts in your mouth, there will be a fight. Same peda, which was giving you happiness 10 times, now will be a reason of quarrel. And after 3 hours or after next day, again there will be a new entry. Eat peda. Now that taste is gone. Now I want more. So happiness is an experience because of fulfillment of desire. It is not a tangible, available product. Some boys play football and for 2 hours they run behind one ball to kick it in a particular location. And after 2 hours of running, if he kicks the ball and instead of going inside the net, it goes 1 centimeter away from the net, he's unhappy. If it goes inside the net, he is happy. Now you tell me genuinely, who gets any tangible benefit kicking a ball at a particular location? What did you get? Nothing. Then why are you happy? Because there was an entry. The entry was when others are resisting, kick the ball in the net. And after 2 hours of everybody's resistance, when he kicks the ball in the net, the entry is check mark. And because of check mark, tick mark, he's happy. You see? Or make the net bigger, na? 2 kilometer net you make. It's easy to kick balls inside. But that will not give happiness because there is no such entry. Or why not purchase 20 balls and give to one everybody? Why fight? Just keep kicking. Will that be happiness? No, because there is no resistance. So there is no tangible product called happiness in the material world. It is our imagination. When desires are fulfilled, we think we are happy. We imagine we are happy. And how many desires we have? Millions. How many will be fulfilled? Very few. What about remaining? They will be unfulfilled. And unfulfilled desires give unhappiness. So majority of time in the world we are unhappy because the desires are yet to be. Very few times we are happy when the desires get fulfilled. So this is imagination. This is not real happiness. Real happiness only is in service of Krishna. There is something tangible there. A natural relationship with Krishna, which we have, is getting revived. Something tangible we are getting, Krishna consciousness. That is real happiness. Chanting Hare Krishna, serving the deities, honoring prasadam, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, going on book distribution. That is taking us to the path of real happiness. All other happiness in the world is imaginary. So those who do not have higher taste of real happiness, even if they are knowledgeable, they are busy finding happiness in sense gratification, which means they are wanting the senses to come in contact with their objects. They want the eyes to see some beautiful form. They want the ears to hear some nice melodious music. They want the tongue to come in contact with something nice eatable, and the nose to smell something nice, and the skin to touch something pleasant. That is sense gratification. And such a person who is going behind sense gratification, even if he is knowledgeable, is shrama eva hi kevalam, useless waste of labor. At the end, what does he get? Uselessly wasting his time and energy. Like a donkey, works hard. What does he get at the end? Nothing. Some grass that's available free. You don't have to work hard. Just go and eat. You don't have to serve the master. But the donkey thinks if I don't serve the master, I will not get food. That's shrama eva hi kevalam. So such a man uses his time and energy in householder life, thinking that if I uh, come in contact with the body of my partner, I will enjoy. And he earns hard, works hard, and earns money and uses that money for shopping and sense gratification, thinking this is giving me happiness. But actually, that is not happiness. That is like a camel. You know what does the camel eat in the desert? Thorns, cactus, dry thorn. And when he chews those thorns, the thorns make wound inside the body, inside the mouth. They cut the skin, and his blood comes out, and the blood mixes with the thorns. And he thinks, I'm eating nice curry, nice wet sabji. Earlier it was dry, now it is wet, so more tasty. And he continues to chew the wet thorns, wet by his own blood, and is enjoying it. What a foolish person. Same way a person works hard day and night to get some dollars, and weekend he goes for shopping, throws the dollar and gets objects, and he thinks, I am enjoying. From where did the dollar come? From your blood and sweat, like camel. At night he discharges his semen with his wife. He thinks, I am enjoying. You're discharging your own energy. One drop of semen is formed from 40 drops of blood. So camel is enjoying his blood, man is enjoying his blood. Both are same fully. That's not the standard of happiness. The standard of happiness is tangible when we serve Krishna. So a person in Krishna consciousness should experience this taste by chanting attentively without offenses. When he has higher taste, the lower taste goes away. Otherwise, lust is very, very formidable. Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita asks a question to Krishna. My dear Krishna, sometimes I do sinful activity which I don't want to do. Who is forcing me to do? Krishna says, lust, calm, born out of Rajogun, is a number one formidable enemy of the jiva. Lust means intense desire to enjoy anything. If a child has intense desire to eat ice cream, it is called lust for ice cream. If a boy has intense desire to buy a new model of iPhone or car, it is lust for iPhone. And if a male and female have intense desire to come in contact with each other, that is sexual lust. So lust means intense desire to enjoy. And when somebody has lust, intense desire to enjoy, can he keep quietly? Can he sit quietly? No, the desire is intense, he can't get sleep. So he will put effort to fulfill that desire. That effort is called karma, action, activity. So child has intense desire for ice cream, child will approach the father. Please purchase me an ice cream. Man has intense desire to ice cream, he will work hard and get his salary so that he can get ice cream. So everybody will have their own efforts to fulfill us. So we do karma to fulfill our desire. And when we do karma, there are two possibilities. Either we'll be successful or we will be failure. If the child approaches father, daddy, I want ice cream. And daddy says, no, no ice cream for you today. Will the child keep quiet and say, okay, thank you? No, because the desire is intense. The child will cry, tears will roll from the eyes, the child will raise his volume, bang his head on the floor. I want ice cream. What is happening? Lust has got converted to anger. When lust is not fulfilled, it becomes anger. And anger is danger. When anger is on, intelligence is off. When anger is on, intelligence is off. When a person forgets the difference between good and bad, good behavior and bad behavior, the child forgets. He's in the shopping complex, he should not bang his head and cry loudly. But he does, or she does. When we are angry, we may speak bad language, or high volume, or do violence, or disrespect seniors. So anger is like this, very dangerous. So anger is not good, so better lust is fulfilled. Father gives ice cream to the child. What happens as soon as the child receives ice cream? All the tears go back. He smiles. And what does he say? Daddy, thank you very much. No, he says, Daddy, one more. That is called greed. So when lust unfulfilled, it becomes anger. And lust fulfilled becomes greed. Greed means the more I get, the more I want. Today my father gave me ice cream, tomorrow also he will give, tomorrow also I will bang my head. He gets the strategy. But the story doesn't end here. If my friend gets ice cream and I don't get, I become jealous. Lust converts to envy that he has, I don't have. And if I get ice cream and my friend doesn't get, lust becomes pride, proud. I have, he doesn't have. And in this way, a person falls into illusion, forgets his real identity as servant of Krishna, and continues working hard to fulfill his lusty desires. So, lust is such a formidable enemy, giving rise to other anarthas: lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion. They are called anarthas, dirty things. Artha means profit, anartha means no profit, liability, non profitable item. What should we do? We should trash it. But people are storing it inside. So, because of this lust, a person gets entangled, having so many desires and whole day working hard to fulfill those desires and doing sinful activities and karmic activities that gives entanglement in the cycle of birth and death. The only way to come out of this is have taste in the holy name of Krishna. Like we have example of Sri Haridas Thakur. Yesterday we are speaking in one class. Haridas Thakur is a pure sadhu, pure brahmachari, chanting 64 rounds plus 64 rounds plus 64 rounds every day. 192 rounds. Outside one village, he was staying in a hut and chanting whole day, and he became very popular. So one landlord in the village, Ramchandra Khan, he became very envious. So he wanted to find some fault in Haridas Thakur so that he can expose him as a cheater. So he sent his spies to see what he's doing at night. Maybe he's sleeping at night and not chanting or eating some sweets. But the spies saw for few nights he's just chanting, not sleeping, not dozing off, not eating anything. So they reported to Khan. So Khan said, if there is no fault, I will create fault. So he called some young girls, prostitutes, and told them, I'll give you 10 times more money. One of you go and attract him. And when he's attracted to you, report me. My spies will come, my soldiers will come and catch him red-handed. Then I'll expose him to the village, to the villagers. So one beautiful young prostitute agreed. For money, she will do this. And at midnight, she went dressed in short clothes and jewelry and makeup. And Haridas Thakur used to chant in front of Tulsi Maharani. It was culture. She went and paid obeisances to Tulsi Maharani and sat right in front of Haridas Thakur, showing some of her body parts. And she said, Haridas, you are such a young, handsome brahmachari. I am a young girl, and there's nobody here, and nobody's going to come. It's dark, midnight. Why don't we enjoy? Haridas Thakur said, look, I have not finished my rounds here. Why don't you sit here? After I complete my rounds, I will satisfy your desire. She became hopeful. Just after finishing his rounds, he will be with me. So she sat there exposing her body. And Haridas Thakur continued chanting. He is so pure. There was not a single change in his body or in his mind. At no point he shifted his eye and saw her or turned his neck towards her, or there was no bodily change. And there is no thought in him that I will enjoy her after my round. is beyond lust. That's very rare. It's very rare for a young boy to not get agitated in his mind and body in front of a young girl, exposing her body and offering herself when nobody's around. Haridas Thakur continued his chanting, and sunrise happened, and she thought now villagers will come and her plan will get exposed. So she left the place. Next day again she came at night, again dressing in short clothes, exposing her body. Haida said, look, yesterday my rounds were not finished. You sit here today, I will complete my rounds and satisfy your desire. Same night, again she sat. Again sunrise happened. Again she left. Third night she came. Again sat there, showing her body. Haida Saku said, look, generally I chant 3 lakh holy name every day. That makes it 90 lakh holy name per month. But only for this month, I decided to chant 100 lakh holy name, 1 crore. And today is the last day. My extra rounds will be completed today. So you just sit here. She became very hopeful. Today is the last day of the month. His vow will be completed. And now since 3 nights she is hearing the whole, pure holy name from the lips of Haridas Thakur. At midnight her heart changed. She had tears in her eyes. She paid obeisances. She said, Haridas Prabhu, I came because of a conspiracy against you. He said, I know everything. I should have left this place on day one, but just to show you mercy, I was here. And she said, please deliver me from my sinful activity. And he said, you go home. Whatever you have earned till now is all sinful income. Give charity to Vaishnava sadhus and come here in one sari, one cloth, and take this mala and chant 3 lakh holy names every day, 192 rounds. And Haridas Thakur left the place. And she did the same thing and she became popular devotee. So that's Haridas Thakur beyond lust, not getting attracted to a young girl offering herself, exposing her body. So only by chanting it is possible, only by devotional service it is possible. Just by jnana it's not. So we should every day attend Mangala Arati, Guru Puja, chant our rounds in Brahma Murtha, attend Bhagavatam class, and of course Narsingh Arati, Tulsi Arati, Shringar Arati. In that way our heart is purified. In Kali Yuga, the most important weapon we have against the most formidable enemy, lust, is chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and associating with devotees. Alone will become weak. So we associate with devotees in the temple and we chant the holy name of Krishna. That will give us protection. That will give us higher taste and take us to pure bhakti. Anya abhilashita shunyam. No material desires. No karma. No jnana. We have example of Sudama Brahman. He is not just knowledgeable, he has so much attachment to Krishna that he never worked hard to become wealthy. He will just whole day do bhajan and be satisfied with whatever is obtained easily. So much so that he and his wife were starving and become very skinny. So just for him, the wife told Prabhu, why don't you go to Dwarka and meet Dwarkadish Krishna? He is your friend and he is always ready to give charity to Brahmanas. He will give you something. He said, no, I will not go. Why should I ask him? Multiple times the wife said, but he said no. Finally, the wife said, don't go for asking him, just go to for darshan. Since many days you have not taken darshan. That convinced him. He said, yes, I should take darshan. But wife of hoping is that he will not ask, but Krishna will understand. He's poor, he will give him something. But he said, how can I go empty hand? So she borrowed some chip rice and gave raw chip rice. And he very happily on the path, he is not even thinking once that Krishna will give me some gifts. He's just thinking I will get to see Krishna. And finally he reached and Dwarkadish went and embraced him and made him sit on the same bed. of Rukmini Devi and massaged his feet and washed his feet, and Rukmini Devi is offering fan and he fed him nice food. And he was surprised to see the opulence and he was so happy to receive the love of the Lord. And they spent time speaking about their childhood days in Gurukul. And then Krishna knew he was hiding some prize. But seeing Dwarkadi's opulence, he thought this is not a suitable offering. So he didn't give. And Krishna told him, didn't you bring something for me? And he said, no. He said, no, no, I know. Somebody, your wife has sent something, give me. And he pulled that small bag with surprise. It was very hard. And Krishna ate it and he was very satisfied. The second time when Krishna was about to eat, Rukmini Devi said, give me also. And she took it away. She didn't allow Krishna to eat more because she knew by one palm, Krishna will give him Indra's opulence. And second palm, he will give him Vaikunta's opulence. Then where will she stay? He was thinking he'll give my house to her, then where will I stay? So he took it. There is a rasa pastime also that, Rasika pastime also that she told her friends, Sakhis, that Dwarkadi's stomach is very soft. He cannot digest hard stuff. So he should not eat this more. So he took it away. And then Sudama left. Krishna didn't give him anything apparently. And Sudama on the way was thinking, Dwarkadish is so merciful, he did not give me anything. If he had given me, I would have become proud. He's not thinking Dwarkadish didn't give me one envelope also. What kind of grasta is he? He's thinking he's so merciful, he did not give. That is pure devotional service. Doesn't want anything from Krishna. But of course, Krishna gave him everything. When he reached, he has palace like Indra and all the opulence. That's pure devotional service, no material desire. And we are so fortunate to be in ISKCON, where Srila Prabhupada started this ISKCON society so that we get to do pure devotional service with association of pure devotees. There are many temples. Why one more temple we have? Because here we learn to do pure devotional service. Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. Surrender unto Krishna only. 100% Krishna. Krishna wants our 100% love. Krishna is not interested in your 90% love. Krishna is not interested in your 99% love. Radha Giridhar is not interested in your 99.99% love. He wants full 100%. That is his standard. Is it too high standard? No. Our standard is also same actually. If somebody offers you a glass of water, 99% pure, 1% dirt, will we drink it? No, we want 100% pure water, 100% pure fruit. Our standard is 100%. Why his standard should be low? If a husband tells his wife, I love you, 99%. 1% neighbor's wife I love. Will that be acceptable? No, wife will say, I want 100% love. Husband will say, I want 100% love. So why Krishna should have something less? We should give him 100% love. That's why this temple exists. Where we come, we may not start with 100%. We may start with 1%, 10%. But by everyday morning program, chanting, reading, associating with devotees, and hearing, we grow. Our love grows, and finally we become 100% lover of Krishna. That's the success of our life. So it's very great fortune, very great opportunity to be connected to ISKCON society. Srila Prabhupada has started this for this purpose. Our duty is to practice bhakti and give it to others. Chant Hare Krishna and tell others to chant Hare Krishna. Go out for book distribution, go out for prasadam distribution, go out for Harinam. And whoever comes to the temple, we make friends with them. And we give them such a pleasant experience that they want to come again and again and again. and they keep coming, they become devotees. That's why Prabhupada started this society. We are beneficiaries. Somebody made friendship with us, and today we are here chanting Hare Krishna. Now we have to pass the mission forward, make friendship with others, and give them the same facility to love Krishna. That's perfection. That's success of our life. Okay, we'll end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. If there are any comments or any question, please ask. Yes.
Chanting tinted browns, so good to our problems. However, we still may approach our japa in the morning in the mood of taking up the task or getting them out of the way. So how can we really that's the most important thing about that?
Yeah, we have to understand the value of chanting. It's like I give you a box of 5 kg and I tell you carry in your hand to that location, say your residence. So you want to take off this task, so you will carry. It will be little painful, right? 5 kg or 10 kg, whatever, 50 kg. But on the way, I give you a call. Prabhu, I forgot to tell you, this box contains 50 kg gold and it's gift for you. After this information, carrying that box will be joyful. It will be a very different experience than prior to the call. Am I correct? So we have to understand this japa which I am doing, very great value. What is the value? It's non-different from Krishna. My direct appointment with Krishna. When we value japa by hearing every day about holy name, then our chanting becomes uh, more than something mechanical. But never mind, we continue doing. This will happen. It's not an intellectual adjustment. It is mercy. So we continue doing and have a service attitude. This kind of realization will happen. Okay? And it's good to read and hear about chanting. Pray. Be with nice devotees. Then we become more serious in chanting. We give more value. Next question. Yes, Prabhu.
With regards to the 6 enemies of the mind, in the case of Haridas Thakur, it seems apparent that he's free from us 100%. So for ourselves, sadhakas, can we expect that we will get 100% free from these things? Will they be lingering as long as we have material body?
Okay. Haridas Thakur is not apparently 100% free from lust. Just want to modify that statement. Well, till we have material body, the struggle will be there. But definitely we can transcend this 6 anarthas by pure bhakti. The struggle will be there till we don't have higher taste. But once we have higher taste, we can transcend. There is a concept called Jivana Mukta, which means you are in the material body but liberated. Like a dry coconut. Dry coconut, if you shake, you will feel some noise. The coconut is inside the shell, but still detached from the shell. So the soul is inside the material body, completely liberated, completely free. Now we are wet, we are attached. So the passion and ignorance and goodness is a wetness. By chanting, when they all burn off, they will be inside but liberated. So it's possible. But a sadhaka always thinks that I am impure and be very careful. Even apparently he thinks I am beyond, still he should be careful because anytime fall down is possible. Good car, good driver, good road, still accident is possible. So till we are in material world, we should be very careful in dealing with opposite gender or dealing with in general mobile or other things so that we don't become impure. Okay, next question. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Bhuvani. You know how you mentioned about sense perception and how happiness is just imaginary. Um, and I think sense perception is what the word Lord Krishna uses in the Gita. So I know it's an offense in the fifth offense, I think, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as imaginary. But how do we know that the happiness we feel from chanting is not just like getting it done or the same happiness we get from sense gratification?
Well, when we and when newly somebody chants, there may be some mechanical chanting, and the 16 rounds also may getting tick mark, and we are getting happiness out of the tick mark. Now, that's possible, but that's fine because that chanting will burn off the lower modes, and when the lower modes are burned off, we'll get actual taste in chanting, actual happiness in chanting, and tears will come out. Um, that is very different. That's called ecstasy. By eating peda, tears don't come out from our eyes, but by chanting, tears can come out from our eyes. Our hairs can stand. That's a different ecstasy. So, initially, chanting may be just acting as a medicine to cure our disease. Eventually, same chanting will act uh, as a tasty experience of happiness. Just like Rupa Goswami says, a patient of jaundice, if he drinks sugarcane juice, he finds it bitter. Sugarcane juice is not bitter, but his tongue is infected, so he finds it bitter. What is the medicine? Keep drinking sugarcane juice. How do you know you are cured? When you find it sweet. The holy name is sweet. Now I may not find it sweet. I may take it as a medicine, but I keep taking it. When the lower modes burn off, then I'll find the same holy name sweet. Another example is if you put dry grass in fire, it will catch fire immediately. If you put wet grass in fire, it will not catch fire immediately. It will become dry first and then catch fire. The holy name is a fire and we are wet, wet with the modes. So we keep chanting, chanting, chanting. When we become dry, we will catch fire. So it's possible somebody's happiness after chanting is that, but that's welcome also. But that's the way to go forward. Okay. Next question. Okay, we'll end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Gokuleswar Dasa I SB.